So let's talk about in this video of my Artsy Splatter, and I'm gonna use with it watercolor new set that I have, and I want to show you some particular things about this watercolor style for you to kind of learn and don't think that there's something wrong with it. So let's get started here. A lot to go over. Okay, so let's start here with the watercolor splatters, but first I will start one layer. I'm gonna start here with some pink and gonna get to the brushes, and they are dynamic brushes, and they work for Photoshop Elements, and they work for Photoshop CC. So I have a lot of brushes here for you to play with. As always, I want to point out that when we have C here, and when you buy my brushes, you have a guide. You're gonna work here with two colors. So I have right now pink and green, and you can see here that we can have two kinds of colors. So if I change suddenly this here for a maybe more yellow and this here to a more pale pink, then you're gonna see another set of colors here. Okay, and then you can start creating this whole new kind of background. Okay, great. So I want to show you here, and I'm gonna go to black, or maybe we can even use, let's start just darker blue, and I'm gonna start a new layer, and just to show you first the style. So supposedly you have this style here, and the styles, because they are quite big, they come in two parts, part 1 and part B. And I wanted to pay attention here, style 1 and style overlay. So for you to understand, you have to see this is a style 1. And what I love is that creates a very subtle kind of watercolor texture here. Of course, there is more splatters because this is a splatter brush. If you use a water blends, it's going to be great. But I wanted to notice now, if you use the water style overlay, okay? So you see that changed completely the color. And the color that you see on this style, it's gonna depend on the color that you have underneath. So if I have this here and I apply again, let's clean this, and it's gonna depend also not just the color underneath, but it's gonna depend on the color that you brushed. So just for the sake of demonstration, let me just brush something here on the side so we can do a comparison, okay? So what I mean is, when you have the style A, style 1, it's gonna be whatever the style is and whatever the texture I created. That's it. But when you use style overlay, so you see, let's do here with the first one. You see it didn't change that much. And let me change layers. And now apply again. Okay, so you see that because I brushed this with another color, this here, and this here, and I brushed this with another color, and there is a green underneath, but it's gonna mostly depend on the color that you brush. So you're gonna have a kind of a watercolor texture, but let me take this here, but they are gonna differ on the color. So let me show again with another set of brushes, and meanwhile we're going to demonstrate the brushes here. So let's use a pink color. I know, sorry about that, Photoshop. Let's use here a pink color, and let me demonstrate another brush and another. Oh, I should have done another color. So let's do green. Okay. So on this here, again, I'm going to use the normal style. That's it. And then if you go to the other one, they're gonna look the same. They're from the same texture, okay? Of course it is changes because the brush opacity changes. But now if I put overlay, you're gonna see that changed, and then if I put on the one on the top overlay, that one changed completely, because that's gonna react with the color that you brushed. So another thing here that I have, so let's put back here. So this is layer style 3 and layer style 4 with some text there. And then you have layer color 5 with color burn. So the color burn is going to be affected by the color that you have underneath. And if I come here with this also color burn, you're going to see how affect. This is with the overlay, and this is just the other styles, okay? And this is watercolor 6. Now let's go here. So it doesn't become distracted. Now the folder B, I have the map style. Let's put on the top there. 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, so they work fabulous with our splatter brushes. I love splatter brushes to give this kind of texture here, and then you can come here and use some color burn, and you're gonna see this amazing effect there. So a lot of fun to use both together. What you can use this here, we can use this to mask. So for example, I can create also with the styles and the brushes some background. You know, I love to create some background. Let's use a color brush. Again, C is for color. I'm gonna use 2 colors here. Let's see what this combination brings. If you want some nice combinations, on my Facebook group, I have some color combinations for you. I'll be bringing more, and you can use those. So here you see a combination of the brushes with the styles, so you can see the combination. Then what you can do is bring a picture. So I have a picture here for my background, my backyard. And let me bring again. I did some purple, so that goes perfectly. So what we can do, again, I'm gonna reverse masking, Option Alt, click on a mask, and now we're gonna mask in white. Let's get a fun texture one here. Let's see this one. And why I love to do this with masking and the brushes, because you have fully control. What I say with blending here is go a lot, then remove it. So I'm gonna come now with another brush. Let me see this one, yeah. I'm gonna make it smaller. I'm gonna reduce the opacity here of the brush. Oh, I forgot to change it to black, so I can remove it a little bit, okay? Okay, to make this fun, I can bring here underneath, this is underneath, I'm gonna pick a color from the flower. I'm gonna bring here. Let's pick here a green from the picture again. Let's change brush again, always changing brushes. And this is a color brush, so it mixes the green. I don't like that green, it's a muddy green. Let me bring a brighter green. And then I want to do this green a little bit on top. You can see, I don't know if you can hear, but I'm giving light touches, okay? In this set, I have a pattern brush. Again, if you bought my pad files, you have patterns there. Let's see, a greenish one, yeah. And I can bring some greenish one. Oh, I forgot to do a very important step. To tap impressionistic. Okay. And I'm gonna use a blender mold with this. And I can even reduce the opacity a little bit. There you go. So this is just some playing. We're gonna go, this is not a deep dive with you, but just so the fun you can do here with the brushes. So again, the styles are made that way to give you full control and to play more with your brushes. And again, the styles can be used with shapes, with brushes, with clipping mask, with anything, but for sure you have fun using with brushes and create this beautiful background from scratch just with the tools that we have. All the links are going to be in the video. And again, this was my Artsy Splatter brushes, a set of 41 dynamic brush sets, and the watercolor styles for you to have fun playing with it. I see you next time.